Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yes, you all will get a chance to unmute and speak up once we start the session. Okay. So, good morning, everyone, and I hope that you all are set for today's session and you are feeling good. So, first of all, I would like to thank you all for giving a tremendous response on the Google form which we had shared with you all to, where we had invited you all for being a part of this discussion and being a panel member. So, yeah, out of those responses, we have selected here three panel members, and the selection is basically because because of their experience and also their prompt reply on it in time. So yes, and for future, definitely there are many responses, around 300 responses which we received on our Google form. So out of them, many were also eligible, but we got the replies quite late. So yeah, we couldn't consider them, but we will be definitely considering all our students for our upcoming discussions. We will be having more discussions on different topics and more interactions. So we will keep you all in mind for that. And before we deep dive into our topic for today, I would like to know how many of you are already have attended this any session under this initiative. So I'm launching a poll question here for you all. Okay, where you will have to give response on which uh, have you ever attended any of the session from our side. So if you have attended, you have to respond yes on it. And if you have not attended, you have to respond no. So that we will know how many of you are attending it for the first time. Okay, so please give your responses. Okay, so thank you for your responses, students. Yeah, so there are students who are attending it for the first time. So I would like to introduce our platform. As you all know that we have selected one of our students as a speaker, as a panel member here for today's discussion. So definitely this platform is for you all. So where you all can share your experiences, your journey, your knowledge, and your skills with your fellow peers. And the primary objective of having this platform, this initiative, Synergy Sphere Uniting Minds for Collective Success, is to foster a learning community where students can not only exchange their insights with their fellow peers, but also they can learn from each other. So our goal is to inspire you all to connect with each other and allowing you all to learn and to support each other in your career and your life. So thank you all once again for being a part of this session and being here, being a part of this session and supporting your fellow mates. So today, why do you think that this discussion is important? You all can see that the topic is here, driving towards sustainability, green initiative. So why do you think that it's important for us to discuss this? Can I get some responses in the chat box? I want you all to think on it. Why we have chosen this topic and why do you think it is important for us to discuss it today? Current trending in market. Okay, great. But yeah, it's very much important. Okay, today's future need heavy pollution, global warming. Yes, definitely. So we all are, we can say a victim of this global warming. The summers are so hot, and yeah, it is troublesome for us. I think you all can even unmute and you can speak. Because of growing industrialization in all sectors, yes, that is one of the reason. Yeah, it's related to our growth issues. Yes, definitely it is related to our future, our next generation. We want to make this environment more suitable and more comfortable for them, isn't it? And that's why we need to discuss this, how we can be sustainable, and how we can have a sustainable approach for our future, so that our future is safe. So other than that, we are discussing this topic today. It will also help us to know more in detail about what are the global environmental concerns. And yes, please mute yourself, everyone. So today's discussion will also address global environmental concerns. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting good responses here because everything is interrelated and we should take care of everything. Yes, it is related. And also it will help us today to know in depth about automobile industry, what the initiatives they are coming up with to make this environment more more comfortable for all of us. And also how we can reduce carbon emission, and how we can contribute more into the automobile sector, how they can develop themselves, and how the technologies which we are developing for future can be really helpful to to give a very sustainable environment to us. So that we all know that EV is in trend now because of the sustainable approach of the automobile industry. So by in today's discussion, we will also we will be also dwelling into technological innovations and regulatory landscapes and supply chain impacts. Participants will also gain some insight into driving forces behind sustainability initiatives. Moreover, the discussion will also help you all to be aware about your, your behaviors, how you can contribute to your behavior. It will also help us to know a little about the business competitiveness and collaborative effects, which will highlight the industry's strategic imperative to embrace the green practices. Also, this discussion will foster an understanding, innovation, and collaboration towards building a more sustainable automotive sector. So yes, this is what we are trying to achieve through today's discussion. And before we dwell into our today's discussion, I have a small activity for you all. So just again, let me get to that slide. Okay. So yeah, so this is an activity for you all to make you a little comfortable with your today's discussion. There are three questions on our screen. You all have to think of you have to tell me your name. Then you have to think of your first job and what you learned from that job. Okay, you all can put this into the chat box also, but I will prefer if you all can unmute and speak up. So take a moment, think about it, and we will uh, get the responses here. So yes, can we start? Yeah, are you able to see the PPT here, my screen? Okay, allowed to unmute. Yes, please. Okay. Students, please raise your hand when
Okay.
you are, yes, when you want
Yeah.
to speak.
Hi.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
okay.
Hi. My name is Saurav. So if I Saurav Sen. So if I remember about my first job, so many years back, I joined in a call center. So in a call center, the things that I learned from that job was to communicate with the people. Communicate means we learn communications right from the birth. Okay, but that is the communications which we do in the corporate sector. That's that kind of communication. That is the business communications I learned from there.
Great, great. So yes, every job teaches us some or the other thing, I guess. Yes, can we have the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you tell me your name, please?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Aditya Kumar Tiwari, and I'm as a shift in charge in Mindawast Access System, Pune.
Okay.
And मैंने वहाँ पे I have learned there manpower handling and 5S system. This is the
Mhm.
basic root of TPM, Total Productive Management.
Okay, great, great.
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
Yes, thank you. And the one more thing, students, I just forgot to mention that we don't have any language barriers here. I want you all to be more comfortable when you are sharing your views. So please don't hesitate from any language barrier. We will prefer Hindi and
Okay.
English because it is easy for
Okay, ma'am.
everybody. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for
Hello.
space देने के लिए.
Yes.
Hello,
Hi.
ma'am.
Hi.
This is Sachin. I am
Hello, Sachin.
audible.
Yes.
Hello,
Yes. You
yeah.
are.
This is Sachin Halgekar. My first job is in Mahindra Tractors, Mumbai, Kandivali.
Okay.
So I can recollect this. I joined in 2010 in Mahindra Tractors.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned there how tractor works. I joined there as a fresher.
Mm-hmm.
I learned there how actually the mechanism assembly works and how the n number of parts come together and fit. I also learned multitasking there.
Okay.
So
Great.
yeah, these are the things. I also learned their collaboration with many peoples, working
Mm-hmm.
with the teams in groups. So these are the things I learned effectively there in my first job.
Okay. Great. Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing, Sandeep. So,
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, Priya.
yes.
Sujata
Hi.
here.
Hi.
And
Please,
my
can
first
you go
job,
one by one? Just give me.
can I?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Continue, Sujata.
Yeah. So, yeah, my name is Sujata, and my first job was IBM Daksh. And there I learned one thing that is called a problem solving skill, where we used to troubleshooting, we used to resolve queries from the customer side. Yeah. And a lot of patience, and helping, customer obsession, you can say. So,
Okay,
yeah, I
great.
learned from my first job.
It's a
Thank
great
you.
skill, useful
Yeah.
for throughout your life, isn't it?
Exactly, exactly. And currently I'm in Amazon, and the same customer obsession, that is one of the Amazon principle which I'm working on it. So yeah,
Okay,
it's helpful for me.
great, great.
Thank
I'm
you.
getting good. Thank you so much, Sujata, for
Yeah.
sharing. And yeah, I'm getting good responses here on chat. Instead, if you can speak up, it will be great because it's a discussion session. So please unmute and speak. Yeah, next, please. Durga Shankar. So I can just say, see here, Durga Shankar is our, he has replied in the chat. His first job is as a trainer, and he learned effective communication is a real need. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Mm.
It's Durga Shankar.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Yes, my first job was like as a trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and I understood that the effective communication is the real need.
Mm-hmm.
And if you learn the effective communication, then you can deal the things very well. So
Great.
it's a lifetime learning for me.
So are you still a trainer?
No, now I am a senior design engineer in
Okay.
power plant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my first job was a
Yes.
trainer, cat trainer. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Great. So next student, can we will take like more two
Hello,
students. Mm-hmm.
this is Dipankar, and my first job is in Maruti Suzuki. And there is a lot of thing I have learned from Maruti Suzuki. That is team handling, how to how to reduce escalations, and customer experience, technical knowledge. That's
Mm-hmm.
all.
So I think you must be knowing little bit about our today's topic as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, great, great. So I will look forward for your contributions, students. Those who are already in this sector and worked in it. So I will be looking forward for your point of view as well because this is the discussions and I want you all to be comfortable sharing your views here. Okay. Okay, we can go for the next student. Anybody else who would like to share? So I can see in chat there are many replies like Komal Parekh. Komal, are you there? If you can unmute and speak. Sunita, you have replied in the chat box. Priyanka Patil, Sagar Patil, great. And one raise.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your name, please.
Yes.
You're
Hi,
audible.
ma'am. This is Dipomita.
And my first job was when I had started my career after my graduation. It was a call center, Keeper Private Limited. So where I learned so many things, and the main thing is I learned how to build a good relationship with customers, and definitely how to increase the communication skills. So that was my very important learning from my first job.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Anyone else would like to go next, and we will end end it here.
Hi, good morning, ma'am. This is Shankar.
Good morning, Shankar. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, great. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your valuable time. My name is Shankar, and my first job was retail, and it is still retail. And I
Mm-hmm.
learned there from like how to communicate with the customer and how to deal with them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So mostly I can see that many of you have learned the communication skill from your first job. I think that is more crucial for
Yeah, yeah,
every one of us to continue and have a good profile, isn't it? So
of course,
okay,
yes.
thank you, Shankar, for sharing, and everybody who who came up, and those who couldn't speak now, couldn't share. I will definitely look forward to get your views in the coming in the session. Okay, so thank you all, and it was good to interact with you, to know a little bit about you all. Now let's move towards our discussion. And before we go to the discussion part, and before I introduce our speakers, panel members for today, I would like you all to follow the guidelines which are mentioned here. I want you all to be very attentive here in the session, and to share your views. And then also I want you all to be very respectful when you are communicating to each other. You need to if you are, even if you are not agreeing, please be polite, and share your point of view politely. And also have a constructive contribution. Please see that you are not getting deviated from the topic which we have decided for today. You will, at the end of the session, you will get some time to interact with our speakers for today, our panel members, to know a little more about their experiences and all. And if you have any other question, so you can ask them definitely. So please wait till then if you are not having anything related to the topic for now. Okay, then you need to be little flexible. So please try to understand each point which are getting shared here, and your viewpoints, try to accommodate others viewpoint also. And yes, professionalism is expected from you all, because you all are very uh, all are professionals, so it's very important for us to maintain the decorum here. So thank you. Now let us invite a speaker for our panel members for today. So first panel member here is our student, Mr. Tushar Londe, who is our PGDM student, and he is pursuing a specialization in project management, and he is currently working as assistant general manager. So, Mr. Londe is a seasoned mechanical engineer specializing in manufacturing. He has a experience of project management and operations. With a wealth of experience, he has led various projects and initiatives within the manufacturing sector, ensuring efficiency and quality throughout the production process. He is also the head of manufacturing, and he excels in cash flow management and fostering strong client relations, driving business growth and sustainability. Moreover, his expertise extends to automotive industry, where he honed his skills as an IoT specialist, leveraging technology for enhanced productivity and implementing low-cost automation solutions. With a passion for innovation and optimization, he thrives in dynamic environments and continuously seeking ways to streamline process and maximize performance. So this was a brief introduction of his. We have another panel member here. Just let me. Mr. Himanshu Jain. So Himanshu is, again, he is our student for PGDM, and he is pursuing project management with us. He is currently is a product engineer, and he is a seasoned professional with a diverse skill set tailored for driving excellence in product development and manufacturing processes with a solid foundation in process engineering. He excels in operating operations for efficiency and quality. His proficiency is mechanizing. Mechanizing is completed by keen focus on lean manufacturing techniques, ensuring that every component meets rigorous standards while maximizing resource utilization. So let me go to the next panel member. So our next panel member is Mr. Sandeep Kumar Kar. And he is also a student for PGDM executive and specializing in global logistics and supply chain management. He is a seasoned logistic manager with a specialization in apparel and fashion industry, with expertise in import operations, distributed team coordination, warehouse management systems, and vendor management. He brings a comprehensive skill set to streamline and optimize logistic operations. His foundation includes a master degree in logistics materials and supply chain management from the Intellectual Institute of Management and Technology, empowering him um, to strategically navigate and intricate demands of the industry. So these are our three panel members here for our today's discussion on our topic. And I would like you all uh, to start this discussion by giving your introduction by yourself, because this was just a brief introduction. So I will request first Mr. Sandeep Kar to take the stage and introduce himself.
Thank you, Priya. Good morning, all. Okay. If I'm talking about my career experience, actually, to be honestly, currently I'm working with the Pitney Bowes as a supply chain and logistic head. And prior to that, I was working with the USA International, Reliance Communication, Tata Group, and LG Electronics was my first company. And throughout my career, I was working with supply chain and logistic field only. And through the personally, obviously, this is the professional career, and personally, in my family background, if I'm talking about me, my wife and my spouse, we are staying in Mumbai. My native is basically from Calcutta, actually. I'm born and brought, my born in Delhi, basically. My dad was in army, actually. But anyway, it's a movable kind of job was there. So that's why I was travel around the country. I got the chance to moving here and there. And now my mom is staying in native. So that is about me, actually, to be if I'm talking about my personal and professional career details, actually. And of course, I'll be next, obviously, Priya. There is the, I think you need to
Yes,
be
yes.
next.
Yes, yes. Himanshu, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, thank you, Priya. Good morning, everyone. My name is Himanshu Jain. I have total 7 years of experience into the product development automotive industry for especially for the transmission components. So I did my bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering in 2017 from Jaipur. So basically, I belongs from and born and brought up in the Kota, Rajasthan. You might be know about the Kota, that is the famous for IIT and JEE coaching classes. Afterwards, in 2017, I started my professional career with Kalyani Transmission Technologies. That is the Bharat Forge group of the company in the Pune only. As a graduate engineer trainee, afterwards, in the last 3.5 years, I'm working with the IGW India as a product design engineer in the engineering hub team. And this year, I got opportunity to go to the Europe on site with for IGW for more responsibilities into the product development, like we are adapting some more gears technology for the EV, that electrical vehicles. So this was the chance that I got. And now here I'm as a panel member. Thank you to the MIT team to like we are here to discussion into that with all the professionals and some learners. Like I'm also a learner with you all, that MIT give me opportunity with them to introduce more thing into the project management. So thank you, and let's have some more quick discussion.
Yeah, thank you, Himanshu. It was a great introduction of yours. And yeah, can we have Mr. Tushar Londi here?
Yeah, good morning, team. Basically, myself Tushar Londe, and I am the
Camera.
automotive expert. Since I started my career with the Piaggio vehicles, and since Piaggio vehicles, I worked with various.
Hello, sir. Sorry to interrupt, sir. Your camera is off. Can you please switch it on? Yes.
Yeah,
You.
uh, yeah, basically, I mainly worked in automotive industries, and I worked various automotive starting from this Piaggio, then Fiat, then General Motors, then Mahindra and Mahindra. So I have the around 15 plus years of experience in manufacturing, maintenance, and the projects management on the shop floor, basically. And I was involved in basically IMS AMS activity, wherein basically the sustainability drives comes in the pictures. So definitely we'll take you through more detail while we'll discussing these things. Obviously, I am having a little bit of knowledge, but definitely during the joint discussion. I'm also going to learn something from you as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, so I would like to know, sir, why do you think it is important for us to have a discussion today here, and what is your view on sustainability?
Yeah, basically, if we start with this, what is sustainability now? Then we'll have to be. I can see out of 120 participants, there are many of these candidates are from this manufacturing sector. So they know basically from the manufacturing sectors what is sustainability. Sustainability is something like that to eliminate or avoid the natural resources, optimize the natural resources, so that it will be helpful to maintain the GHG. Basically, GHG stands for the greenhouse emissions in terms of CO2e, carbon dioxide equivalent. So
Okay.
definitely, we heard the terminology like I say, global warming. Even though today it is raining in Pune, it's not a scheduled raining basically. Even though I can see the hailstorm in south part of the India. So that is something like that. Basically, is the impact of this global warming, which is impacting this cyclic of the environment.
Oh, okay. So any other panel members, if you have your views,
Yeah,
Mr.
Priya.
Sandeep, sir? Yes.
Yeah, Priya, first of all, thank you. Thank you to MI to give us the stage to explore that kind of discussion with the particular topics, actually. And I thanks to all participants, those at the join. I'm sure we are going to learn from them also. Whatever the knowledge we have, we are trying to share with our knowledge with them. And apart from also, we love to hear from them. We love to learn from them. Okay. Uh, if we are checking historically, Priya, the automotive industry has not focused on the sustainable practices.
Okay.
They are following the traditional assembly line manufacturing process, and many still are used today.
Mm-hmm.
Use a huge amount of energy, metal, plastic, and toxin, and manpower, all leaving behind the massive carbon footprints.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, once vehicles are produced, most require the fossil fuels to operate, which subsequently release the harmful emission. The entire process has vast environmental impact, bringing us to where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while COVID-19 has disrupted supply chain and car sales, it's important to note that industry trajectory prior to the pandemic. One report estimated that 86 million cars that were sold in just 1 year. A report estimated that 86 million cars that were sold in just 1 year, 2018, accounted for the 9% of global greenhouse gas emissions. This is exactly why meaningful changes is critical and why the move towards the sustainable practices in the auto industry can have such significant positive impact. And through the recent survey of the SAP and Oxford Economics, uh, business leader understand that the considerable changes is required for the future of the automotive industry. That
Okay.
is why they are shifting gears attitude towards the sustainable or measuring.
Mm-hmm.
And the results show that manufacturing extensive actually outside their industries when it comes to taking the action to increase the sustainability. Big
Oh.
and small player, obviously, if I'm talking about the take one example, Volkswagen, they are building an entirely new plant to manufacture the electric vehicles, but all industry players must go on that board to make measurable difference in evolution of the industry.
Mhm.
That is my state, my understanding. Of
Okay.
course, I love to hear from other also.
Okay. So Himanshu, would you like to? Yeah, you are on mute, Himanshu. Okay, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Would like to add some more point about that. Sustainability is not only for the industry constraint that is required in the each kind of the industry, but now here we are talking about the automotive industry. The main thing is keeping our mind about the sustainable manufacturing that we need to keep into our mind. As I recognize, it's important for the sustainable manufacturing. Some companies like I have seen and the significant steps they are taking to installing the solar powers into their manufacturing facilities. So these not only reducing the carbon emission but also demonstrate the protective approach towards the environmental step towards. And like earlier in the earlier phase, like I'm not having that much of experience into the industry, like 7 years of experience I have, but I have seen in the recent years our Indian government will also make some policies and regulation to control the emission regulation and provide incentives for the policies like such as Bharat Stage 6 emission control and some schemes that adopted by our Indian government for the cleaner technology and EV adoptions. So if I talk about the waste management and recycling, that is also the part of the sustainability now into the consideration for the automotive industry. Like in India, if we talk about the waste management and recycling, I heard some words from my colleagues that are from the Tata Motors and from Gujarat. There is a prime example that they have valuable materials for the reuse and the such initiative to align with the globally sustainability goals that are contributing more into the environmentally or environment friendly focus that would be required for the sustainable manufacturing into the automotive industry.
So, sir, you are saying that like in manufacturing also there are many changes. So, can you like put a little light on it? Like as Sandeep Kar sir has told about this Volkswagen, isn't it? So, yeah, how are they uh, planning this? How are they? What are their plans for manufacturing? How it is going to change in future?
Yeah, if I talk about first with the like electric things of that earlier we are using the power submission and power units that they are uh, 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 worsening our environment with the carbon emission. Now we are using with the solar plants into the standards. And now if we talk about the industrial 4.0, that is the also one of the initiative I can say that use to reduce the limitations of the vehicles that we are using for the transportation and all these things. So these are the some steps that initiatives are taken by the sustainable manufacturing for the renewable energy sources such as wind and solar power into the production facilities, reduce environmental impact that sometimes we need to use composite materials that are more strength and more friendly, I can say.
Okay, okay. So, sir, may I
Yeah,
have your view?
yeah, Priya. For any changes, as I believe, actually, as we understand, actually, that the social and political kind of changes always need to come into place. Actually, if I'm talking about the main sustainable changes, three factor is comes in my mind. One, of course, the government intervention. If I'm taking the example about the government intervention, the Indian government or Ministry of Road Transport Highway subsequently announced that they are targeted actually basically by
Mhm.
2030, 30% newly registered private car, 40% buses, 70% commercial vehicles, and around 80% two-wheeler and three-wheeler will be placed of the electric vehicles on road. And if I'm looking at global perspectives, obviously global perspective, I think so. Team here, people will be heard about the European Green Deal and Paris Agreement. The
Mhm.
European Commission proposes that 50% cut of the CO2 emission from vehicles by 2030 and 100% cut off by 2030. That means which would make it nearly impossible to sell a fossil fuel powered vehicles in the European Union. These agreements are in addition the various carbon taxes and incentive and subsidies being offered by the different level of government encourage the electric vehicle use. And apart from this, if I'm talking about the oil and gas industry, as a result, means They are working very closely the transition into energy company sector, focused on developing vehicle charging station and other fuel alternative to maintain the evolving mobility sector. And second things is of course the changing expectation. Is the, if I'm talking about the changing expectation, then I'm definitely talking about the customer, investor, and of course the employee. Those are the currently working into automotive industries, which is having big impact on the industry. Tech savvy and eco-conscious customer increasingly demand intuitive technology in vehicles, while also pursuing automakers to focus on the sustainable practices and alternative fuel models such as electric vehicles.
Okay.
And obviously consequently growing number of employees are now asking, means because the old employee means they are leaving the organization, the old mindset has been changes, the new tech savvy and eco conscious employees who has questioned conventional method to their organization, to growing number of means how they can manufacture the vehicle in the most sustainable way possible, and suggestive alternative ways the energy and reduce material use. As a result, driving forces and sustainable changes are escalating the outside of the inside of the organization employee themselves. And third things is comes in my mind about the mega trends. Of course, several mega trends in the automotive industry are big drivers for the innovation changes. This includes the progression of autonomous vehicle and fleets, the use of data from connected vehicle car sharing programs, alternative transport on demand initiative, and curious and course paradigm industry shift towards the electric vehicles. The increased use of advanced technology and the expanding production of the electric vehicles has completely altered the way car and traditional produced. The shift to manufacture e-cars has made some jobs redundant, and has also made some traditional assembly line products process and obsolete. These are the major changes has been happening. Uh, that through my information, through my knowledge, I can share it.
Okay. Sir, Tushar sir, are you there? If you can share your views here.
Yeah, basically, I can go with the more objective types of things. Basically, if we are saying way forward to the sustainability, how we can be in
Hello.
position to
Sir, sorry to interrupt, sir. Your camera is off, I guess. Please keep it on when we are having a discussion. It would be great, if the
is
speakers,
is
yeah,
this okay now? So
uh,
basically, I meant to say basically, if, I'm going more subjective in terms of say whenever we have these KPIs in industries, KPI talks about these key performance indicators, wherein this sustainability comes in pictures, wherein we have to optimize our energy resources, like I say, energy in terms of electricity, maybe water management is also there because many of the process industries require the huge amount of water. And to way forward these things, how we'll have to be more sustainable, or how we'll have to be implement the green factory solutions. For the green factory solutions, there are multiple initiatives has been taken care in the news, in the industry, basically, like I say, renewable energy solutions, climate change adaptations, zero waste management, green industrial automations, sustainability facility services, energy efficient solutions, intelligent lighting, basically. Even though if we can see basically now onwards, this RERA, if we are in the domestic side, construction is going on, then it is this legal binding is there to provide this rainwater harvesting, so that it will be more sustainable.
okay. Yeah. So like different approaches are there from different organizations. So I would like to ask our students what their point of view. All our viewers here, you all are also free to put your points here, and I can see there is a hand. So if you want to unmute and speak, if you have some questions to ask to add,
Yes.
after
So
that.
I just have one question. So here we are talking about the, advantage of the solar power in terms of the green initiative we can take in terms of vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is to Mr. Himanshu Jain. So Mr. Jain, you were the person who first took up this point of the solar power. So do we? I mean, is it something where the vehicle has been launched, which is running through the solar power in other countries?
Himanshu, you're on.
Yeah, not yet. Right now, the vehicles that are launched into the public transportation is like I have seen some vehicles like electric vehicles that are comes from generally in Europe, it's from the Tesla. And if we talk about the India, it's Tata Motors or Mahindra and Mahindra. And the second thing is about the rather than the gasoline, there are some hydrogen cells, hydrogen fuels that are used first by in the industry of automotive by the Toyota only. So the solar power vehicles, I have seen into the some if you are into the engineering background, uh, if uh, if you are into the Society of Automotive Engineers, they are organizing some events that students are taking parts to design and manufacture their own vehicles. So there are some one of the part of the electric vehicle. Along with that, the solar vehicles are also into the consideration of our industry. So as of now, it's not into the market, into the road, but yeah, it's into the development phase of the R&D. I can say that.
Right. So it's a good idea that we are thinking about it, but do you see any challenges? Do you forecast any kind of challenges? Because there can be limitations in terms of the power generations. Because if a vehicle has to run through the solar power, then we will have to implant some kind of surface on it, where it can gets radiate and the energy can be generated. So I know if we have to add any kind of panel on the vehicle, then it can create some additional weight. So there can be that kind of issues, and also I think there can be some kind of challenges in terms of integrations. There can be some challenges in terms of inconsistent energy production. So how are we going to deal about it? Any
Yeah,
light that you want to throw on it?
yeah, that solar power, while if you use the solar power into the automotive industry, that face some several challenges I can understand about. The first is the limited energy capture that
Yes.
depends on the, in India, we are in the wide range from north to south. There is a typical limited restrictions for the amount of the energy can be harvested. So these results are relatively low power output compared to the other sources such as grid electricity and our traditional fuel, hydrogen fuel, gasolines. uh, and if I talk about some efficiency constraint, currently solar power technology has limitations in efficiency, meaning that only the portion of the sunlight that hits to the panel and converted into the electricity. That improvement of the efficiency of solar panel is crucial for maximizing the energy capture and increasing the viability of the solar powered vehicles. And if I talk about the automotive industry, like we are more focusing on the curb weight of the vehicle. Like if the vehicle weight is in the lower side, then the vehicle will not require that much of the energy to go run in the speed constraint. So weight and space constraint is the most important thing is about the adding solar panels in the vehicles. That if it is increase the weight, then there are some aerodynamic drags, I can say, negatively impact on the vehicle performance and efficiency. So these are the major challenges that automotive industry now we are investigating onto that.
Right. So these are the challenges I also forecast. And also, I have one more questions related to the EV car, because EV cars are already into the market, but still I think it is not been able to gain much traction. The reason being because infrastructure is a issue, and second of all, the time taken to get the vehicle charged up, that is also something which is huge. So how what are the solutions we can have in regards to that? Because
Uh,
EV cars are already in market.
Yes, these points are we are going to mention in our next topics, next points that are into the parts of the challenges efforts. So we will discuss over there with
Okay.
all the expertise. No issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir. That's all from me. Thanks for
Okay.
Uh,
letting me this opportunity to ask the questions.
thank you so much, Mr. Saurabh Singh. It was really very interesting questions you asked. So yes, if anybody else who would like to have an interaction here, want to add up to the point which we are discussing now, like what is your view and like your take on reducing carbon emission and how we can achieve that through automotive industry. So if anybody wants to add to this, or any point of view on sustainability in automotive industry. Okay. Yes, sir. So we can come then move to what are the challenges there? Yes, in the automotive industry, how this implementation process is is a barrier in the industry. So yes, we can continue with the challenges. Anybody or like I will request Mr. Himanshu or to speak on it.
Yes, I can see some challenges that before implementing the green initiatives, I can say in the India. So the challenges is like in India, our most of the people mindset is like we need a cost or financial freedom while buying four-wheeler or two-wheeler. We need the cheap. We always go with the cheaper things like cheaper financial constraints. So to introduce the green technology, it's requirement upfront investment, which can be a challenging business for the individual or recently we talk about the cost of the solar panels that is also decreasing over the years. So these are the barriers I can say, and the most important thing is about the limited awareness and education as of now. Like if I talk most of the people, if I ask them which kind of the vehicle you want to choose, electric vehicle or petrol vehicle, so they are like, no, we don't want electric vehicle. The battery life will be decreased, and these concerns are also correct. So, but we need to be a awareness session for that and educate them to what are the advantages also we have for the electric vehicles. The lack of awareness are the and understanding about the benefits of the green initiative among our all populations, and some policies and regulation challenges also earlier we have from the government side, but now it's most of the coverage by the EV sectors that government is also planning to boost it from like there are some one of the five vehicle like now we are selling as a EV, but the government target into 2030 that we need to sell three out of five vehicle as an electric vehicle. So these are the might be challenges that are facing for the implementation of these kind of the initiative.
Okay. Mr. Tushar, yes, thank you.
Yes, yes. Yeah, Himanshu rightly said basically challenges in terms of awareness basically. True, its awareness part is very less, I can say, in terms of even though awareness along with the involvements, because say if we are conserving these natural resources in terms of electricity and water, there are some initiatives has been taken care by the industries, but parallelly we need to think about our management is thinking about these things key, what will be the capital expenditure as these all the sustainability atoms are having this higher rate of interest, return on investment ROIs in terms of payback. So it is becoming the difficult thing.
Mhm. Okay. Mr. Sandeep Kar, if you are there, can you please be on camera and can you add up to the point which we are discussing here?
Yeah, Priya. I
Yes.
very much agree with Tushar and Himanshu. There's the capital expenditure. It's a major constraint actually, and secondly, of course, the demand has been generated right now because the government doing some, as I explained to you previously, that government is expecting by 2030 that 30% vehicles should be come on road, electric vehicle. But the awareness and customer interest also, that label actually as of now it is not increasing that much level, because people are always comparing the pricing factor is majorly impacted to all the people. Okay. Yeah, because majorly if you're checking through the buyer of the automotive industry, these are the mainly are the middle class. They always comparing the existing price of the electric vehicle and the fossil fuel vehicles. That is the another challenge for the industry actually. But yes, I know, as Himanshu says, I think so. Everyone is working behind that. Every R&D team is still working on that. How the things has can be rectified towards the sustainable manner, towards the uh, return low kind of investment can do through their production lines, so that obviously the car cost will become down. So it will be very much easier for the each and every customer to get into that. So these are the points actually basically major challenges into Indian market to acceptance of the electric vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah, I can recall one sentence or word I'm going to quote here. Basically, our mentality is that being the Indian, our mentality is that कितना देती है कितने में मिलती है.
Yes.
With-
So I have one question related to. I am basically from. Hi, I am Kunal. By the way, I am basically from software background. So I have one question from. You guys are from manufacturing, so I have always wondered about this. Every other company is going for full electric vehicles, but Toyota is mostly focusing on hybrids, electric plus automotive vehicles. They seem to be a bit effective because range anxiety is not there. You can use powerful vehicles like SUVs can be hybrids, right? So that is one appealing market that works, that always seem to be working. Like you can see Grand Vitara and High Rider. I don't exactly remember, but they are going towards that. And electric vehicles, four wheelers, mostly give a lot of range anxieties. So I own a two wheeler which is electric. I also get range anxiety many times, but I am always okay if it is 100% charged. So I think in India electric revolution will come, but mostly in two wheeler sector. In four wheelers, the range anxiety and price factor is always going to hold it behind, is my opinion. What do you guys think about it from a manufacturing point of view? Are people asking for more four wheeler EVs? Are people asking for more two wheeler EVs? What is happening?
Yes,
Hello. Hello.
rightly said. Basically, the basically mentality and this thing basically the capital expenditure, the initial investment is too high, so it take time basically. As we said earlier, by 2030, this what the market share of the EV will be there. So again, it will take the time because say if automotive industry is being into wants to be into EV, then the expenditure or the capex investment is more. So it take time. Definitely, it will take time.
Hello.
Yes. Can I get your name now?
My name is Aditya Kumar Tiwari, ma'am. Can
Yeah,
I
yeah.
add something?
Yes.
Uh, First of all, good afternoon, all the dignitaries. Sir, मेरे question थे कि if bullet train is good for India, maybe because we know very well कि आने वाला जो समय है वो EV के लिए है, तो बुलेट ट्रेन की अपेक्षा हम EV का वेब बिछा सकते थे पूरे ऑल ओवर इंडिया में, क्योंकि बुलेट ट्रेन तो बहुत कॉस्टली भी है, उसकी अपेक्षा हम ईवीज के लिए हम वेब बिछा सकते थे, लाइक पावर स्टेशन या फिर और जितने भी PSUs हैं और गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर से हमको हम सोलर सोलर के थ्रू पूरा कर सकते थे, ताकि हम वहां से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बचा सकते हैं। एंड सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज कोई रूल एंड रेगुलेशन है क्या सोलर प्लांट को लेके MSME के लिए इंडियन गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से कि 50% होना ही चाहिए, या आ सकता है ऐसा कुछ रूल इम्प्लीमेंट हो सकता है क्या? दैट्स फ्रॉम माय साइड। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Okay. Thank you for this question, Aditya. So, Himanshu, would you like to answer?
Uh, yeah, if we talk about not completely onto the electric vehicle on that topic about the bullet train, most not only bullet train, if we talk about the local trains that are now from the steam kind of the things from diesel, now we are converting into the electric transmission into that, the electric multiple units to run into the trains. So as of now, the bullet train are also part of the electric multiple units that run on electrically instead of the diesel fuel. So this is the thing I can say about the bullet train.
Okay. Uh, any other point of view? Anyone here? Even the student?
Yeah, even though Indian Railway electrification's percentage ratio is quite higher now.
Yeah.
In terms of earlier, it was a diesel locomotive, then they have converted into these electrifications.
Okay. Great. So even our government is also taking steps towards it, isn't it? So
Yes.
Sandeep sir, would you like to add anything to it?
No, very much. This was the point actually. Obviously, the revolution will not come in a means it will be going by step. Okay, now as Himanshu says, previously the diesel engine was there. Now people are shifted to the electric engine. The transponder means that the multiple units has been in. They are put into for the reduce the consumption of the electricity. Now the next definitely I'm on that actually that the solar energy will become into picture. I'm sure the government is working on that uh, direction. Definitely it will become, but as of now obviously there is not official announcement such kind of things like a ev. The ev is right now is the focus by the government. They are very much look into it. They are targeted something to reduce the CO2 emission. That was the because it's directly impact of the global warming on that. So today where we are staying actually it's everywhere the season the weather everybody is uh, affected by it. So I'm sure it will be step by step. It will be go ahead. It will be take time, but it will be going forward.
Yeah, rightly said. Basically, government is also promoting to buy the electrical vehicles by giving you the concessions in the taxation slab.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. I just remember one more point about the challenges that I have seen into the India. Like earlier this year, I was in Europe. I have seen for the especially for the two wheelers, what we are thinking in India. Like if our battery is discharged, then what we do in between the roads. So I have seen into the Belgium that there are some stations that they have like petrol station around 501 kilometer distances. They just have the chargeable batteries. You just need to go there, put some cents, some euros over there, and just take it the battery like replaceable batteries. So they are charging the battery because now in India I have seen that if we have the charging stations, we need to wait over there to charge our vehicles. So there are some infrastructure or technology barrier I can also consider over here because as of now I have seen around 2023 data as per that data from the Society of Automotive Engineers. There are only 3,500 EV charging stations that are in India kind of the country. So which is I have seen that insufficient to support and grow the electric vehicle on the road.
Okay. So, yeah, anybody else from our from our
Yeah, just one more questions. So I mean, what is the future of biogas in terms of fuels for the vehicles?
hello. Yes, Sandeep sir. If you are there, so please be on camera. I would request all the panel members to be on camera.
So I think the biogas is on the integration of agriculture that produce the agriculture practices like providing our farmers with the additional revenue stream and that help us to the organic and some urban environments also that some urban areas where organic waste are not that much of the useful. So that potential for biogas productions are on a smaller scale as of now. So this could be a centralized system that can be installed at our homes, apartment buildings to secure that of the things and it would be a kind of things like circular economy also can be a framework for that kind of resources.
Yes, I agree with Himanshu. Basically, this biogas, the infrastructure of biogas, basically, uh, if you go into the rural India, there were some basically related to whom or nearby to whom this biogas plant was there. But nowadays, basically, we cannot able to in position to see this when we go to the villages. We cannot even see this biogas plant over there.
Okay. I ask these questions because this is one something which I thought to be viable, and this is something which can be cheaper as well, and it is something through which we will be able to do a lot of waste management as well. So that is why
Correct.
it came to my mind.
Yes, yes. It's all about the encouragement, basically, how we'll have to encourage. the many of these you can say the subsidies has to be initiated. Government has to be promoted this to the farmers so that it will be helpful. Yes,
Yeah,
there will be the chance. There will be there definitely there will be the scope. Needs to be think about that. Correct.
right,
Rightly
right,
put.
right. Right. So, so as you all are into this kind of field, so have you seen anywhere in any country that, this is something which has been taken as a step, this biogas?
Uh, Not yet. I have not seen.
Actually, yes, surely. Actually, we are not having this update, but definitely we'll come back to you if we'll get some data from our. As I'm working in the German MNC, I can take it, pull it out this data from Germany so that we can came to know.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Tushar.
To adding on that, actually, Saurav, I'm telling you that I'm not talking about the globally. I'm talking about the India. Indian government also projected to grow from 1.47 billion to, I think so, 2.3 billion kind of projection they are making, because on that direction they are doing some announce some a subsidiary kind of proposal by 2029. They are expecting that that kind of revenue, that kind of growth will be happening into Indian market. That is the projection of the Indian government, as I recall actually. So,
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Hello, Mr. Saurabh Singh. Thank you for your this questions. It is really like very interesting to have you here and your contribution here. So, sir, even you can you all give your point of view on the points which we are discussing here. It would be great. Yeah. Uh, so, anybody else who would like to add to the discussion and want to present their view here? I hope that Aditya's question are answered. Aditya, if you have any other question.
Ma'am, I have one question
Okay.
to the panelist.
Mm.
Uh, I mean, all panelists are very knowledgeable and good in their fields. So they are sharing a very valuable knowledge and government policies also, which are new to us. So I just want to understand what is our battery disposal policy. I mean, when the battery life is over, say for example, these are lead acid batteries. I think not lead acid. Iron. Sorry, I forgot the type of batteries. But how? What is the procedure and what is the policy decided to dispose of these batteries? Uh, that is my question.
Okay.
Uh, Yes, I have seen into the some articles that I have read from the Society of Automotive Engineers. So said there are some regulations that also our Indian government has made from like Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. So that policies are like there is some separations. Batteries should be separated from the regular waste that prevent the landfills and they can that can be a harmful chemicals that into the soils or groundwater, so that are also into the consideration of Indian governments. So these kind of policies, yes, we have in India as well.
yeah, to adding on that, actually, Himanshu, the now policies is that you cannot be means you cannot be put batteries here and there. Actually, you need to be do the recycling like through the e-waste management. E-waste kind of vendor is there in India. Multiple vendor is there. Then you
Yes.
need to be do that recycling, means refurbishment of the waste batteries of the recovered through that waste management vendor only. And then they will be doing the recycling. When post doing the recycling, they will be put it one certificates. It's a e-waste management, actually government already uh, there is a one portal has been launched. It was launched in, I guess so it is 21 or 22 it was launched. But now there categorically three categories has been mentioned. One is the, because I'm from supply chain background, that's the reason I can connect with that. This is the one of the battery is the separate category. Then they are categorized the electronics, means electronics any goods, and then third is the plastics. Okay, these are the three categories, they are put differently. And you cannot be sell anywhere in a means anybody, any local vendor, such kind of things like previously it was happened. But whatever battery has been end of the after the end of the product cycle, you have to be go through the e-waste management systems only.
Yes, I have seen some collection centers also, they have
Yes, yes.
prepared for that. The consumer just drop off the used batteries and for the proper disposal and recycling. Yeah, correct.
Then you will be getting the certificates also from. They will be giving you the one certificates they are doing the disposal of, and through that certificate, the government, once you'll be going to import it, once you'll be going to the manufacturing, you need to be produce the certificates. Then only
Yeah.
government will be allowed to further import, for the recycling. Every year you need to be submit the return also on that.
Yeah, I think government made these kind
Yes,
of the
it's
policies.
it's
Yes,
it's
they are considering, but
it's a mention.
I think it's a less of awareness, I can say, from the government side that should be run via some campaign or educate the people these kind of the importance of the proper battery disposals. That I can say the awareness programs must be needed from the government side.
Okay. Yes,
Okay,
Sandeep.
thank you for answering this question. It's adding to
Thank
our
you.
knowledge. I just want to ask Priya ma'am,
Yeah.
can we have their contact details,
Yes,
not
yes.
phone number, but email ID at least, so that later on, if we have some doubts, we can connect with them. So, if possible, can we have their email IDs for the further communication, if required?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will be sharing the LinkedIn profile links with all of our students here, so you can connect with them on LinkedIn. Is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. So
So,
anybody else?
no, no questions, Priya ma'am. Priya ma'am,
Yeah.
just one thing to you. Like, I think, last to last week, there was one discussions regarding this kind of topic only.
Yeah.
So, we want some more topics where we can talk about the new initiatives in terms of training, in terms of HR, because I am a person who is related to HR and training.
Okay.
So more of those discussions I'm looking for.
Sure.
So
So
this
so Saurabh.
discussion, so this is was also very insightful and knowledgeable. Definitely, I enjoyed it thoroughly, and we have got the best of the panelists whom I could ask the questions freely, and I got all the answers. So thanks to them for all. But I want to see something more of my domain as well. So that's a request, or you
Yeah.
can say a polite demand
Yeah,
from
yeah,
my end.
definitely. We will consider all our domains. Yes. Very thank you so much for, your putting your points here so freely and, interacting with all our panel members because your inputs have really driven this conversation, isn't it? So yeah, that's great to get your input on this platform, sir. And definitely we will look forward to have more diverse topics here so that, every student here can get an insight from their domains, isn't it?
Yes.
So thank you so much, sir. And if anything else you would like to share, because it seems that you are also much curious about knowing this sector and knowing this industry. So it's great to have students like you here, sir. Yeah, thank you. Anybody else? If you would like to ask anything. We are still have some time in our hand, so it's not we are not ending the session here. You all are free to ask the questions. There are some more points which we will be discussing.
I have one question
Mhm.
to Mr. Sandeep Kumar.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah. I want to ask you one question. I mean, it is applicable to all our participants also. Do you see any new startup opportunities for this EV? I mean, for say taking initiative into disposal of batteries, or say setting up the EV chargers, and can you please guide us where I mean, young people can think of these startups also. Can you share your views on this?
No, can you repeat again? You are asking that startup kind of company has come into market. You want
No,
to be
no,
know?
I am asking, since this is EV market is going to boom in another 4 5 years, and your
Mhm.
background is in supply chain management. So, do
Correct.
you see any business opportunities for new startups? For say, I'm giving example like battery charging stations in societies for domestic, so maybe for industrials, then collecting the old batteries and giving it to the disposal to the respective agencies, or starting the disposal of batteries. So how this we can think, because I'm asking this question representing all the participants,
I
so
got you.
that they are quite young, so they should know how they can start up this.
Okay, to answer to your question, there is the two perspective here. You are asking me the first perspective was the if you are talking about the if any startup want to be going into the charging kind of business, charging means electric charging. Yeah, of course, anybody can be come out, but they need to be collaborate with the energy sector. I think so. So that is the one thing they need to be collaborating with the energy sector, because now energy sector into convert into charging station majorly. They can part of that, they can do take the franchisee. There's a multiple opportunities is there into market. And if you're talking about the e-waste management for the recycling of the batteries, yes, there are the multiple vendors coming to Indian market actually for the doing the recycling, because now government is put it into mandatory kind of things for the three items. I'm to categorically for the electronics, batteries, and the plastic products. So if you are going into that market, so obviously you will be get a huge chance to get the, because it's a mandatory kind of, because in before 2021 it was not like that kind of scenario. Now in 2024 onwards, from this budget, actually last budget, now government put pressure to all importer, all trader, basically all manufacturer as well as to do the recycling for the plastic as well as battery is the mandatory. Without that you cannot be produce the further product. So that is the reason actually market is huge, so people can grab it. The startup business can start. I think so complied is there, you need to be followed that. So I don't have detail on that, the what are the complied you need to be followed. Yes, I'll be say there is a huge market on that.
Yeah, actually, I will add on this part to this basically. Mr. Who has asked this question? Sorry, I am not able to recall this name.
But my name is Ganesh
Ganesh,
Masgalkar.
Ganesh, Ganesh.
Yes.
Yes, Ganesh. If you require these details of this charging station plant, like I say, fueling pumps and these things, there are these agencies who can provide these stations. You do have to require basically the electricity approval, and the setup will be done by this agency. If anybody is interested, definitely I will help you out, because I am having these details with me. First, second thing is that basically the disposal of the plastics and these
How much
batteries.
is the investment? How much is the investment? Because you have initiated a very
Yes,
interesting point. You have the
yeah.
contact.
You can connect me one to one. I will share you the details along with this everything. This proposal plans. How does it look like, and what will be the ROI and what will be the payback? Everything is there. No problem. I will share you this. If anyone wants, I am available on LinkedIn. You can just ping me there. I will reply.
Can you share me the
And
contact
into
number,
this,
no, sir? Sir, can you share me the contact number?
So we are in a session, so it will be difficult for him to share his contact detail.
yeah, you can connect me on LinkedIn. No problem. You can connect me on LinkedIn. I am available on LinkedIn.
Yes, yeah. LinkedIn
Okay,
will be
send link na.
preferable. We don't want to disturb you actually.
Yeah.
So no personal email or sorry, personal phone number you cannot give now. But LinkedIn you can definitely share.
Yeah, that is there in chat box. My and all panel members' LinkedIn profiles is there.
Yes. So their
Yeah,
profile.
and I'm coming to this basically points, which is basically disposal. It comes in the under these circumstances of the pollution control. And whenever the new startup is there, we have to give the consent to operate. Means if you are producing the hazardous waste, then we'll have to approach to the as per this industrial act, we'll have to approach the pollution control board for these compliances. That is from my basically that is my view basically. If, when you ask for this startup for the EV station, charging station, and this disposal of the hazardous waste.
And on that, Ganesh, you can connect with me through the link, and I can give you the few consultant detail actually who can help you out regarding the compliances and other stuff what is required for this kind of business. So they can guide you. They have the specific consultant on that. They can give you the clarity. They can give you the support on the documentation part also, and compliances how you need to be fulfilled it to start the business. I'll be definitely try to support you.
Thank you, Sandeep sir. You had some valuable information from you. Are
Thank
you
you.
in Pune only, or
I'm
where
in
you are?
Mumbai. I'm in
You're in
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Okay, okay, no problem. We can connect through LinkedIn.
No problem.
Kindly help me so
Yeah,
that we'll
surely.
look something positive out of this. Thank you for all
Surely.
this information.
Mr.
Learners.
Sandeep, Mr. Sandeep, just one thing. See, I mean, definitely at this point in time, EV is on the cards. Okay, but still, I think that there is some lack of surety. So if tomorrow something else which will come and replace the EV, then then what will happen to our investors like Mr. Ganesh, who is very much willing to invest on it? Okay, so where is the risk factor? Because there are so many other options do we have which sees more viable. That's
Yeah,
my
okay. No, no, I'm quite agree with you because of course there's of course there is a challenges is there. There's a risk factor is there. That is the reason actually government intervene into particular project. Right now, government is hardly doing any kind of promotion, any kind of
tax benefit, except
yeah,
tax benefit.
exactly. Because that is the reason government give it to you.
Hmm.
That is the reason government encouraging to everyone to buy the EV kind of vehicle because the
Hmm.
challenge is there. They are also
Hmm.
aware about that. They are not giving any kind of support system, any kind of flexibility to the any buyer, any consumer
Hmm.
for the fossil fuels car.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Hmm.
a challenge, of course, there is there, but yes, I'm sure the R&D department constantly working on that. It's day by day. If I remember one of the 1 year two best practices I'm giving to few last year I think so, 2023 beginning actually we heard that the Ola electric bike somewhere on road they are born on that there multiple issues was coming there.
Hmm.
The lot of news was came that time the how the people will trust on that kind of bikes and this the risk factor is there. So now if
Exactly.
comparing 2023 to now we are sitting on the May 2024 the risk factor has been minimized, it's
Yes.
reduced. Yeah, of course it's not a single day kind of processes, it's a multiple means keep on updating, keep on updating, keep on moving the things. So then only the acceptability and the processes, I'm sure it will be going to increase, improve.
Yes, I'm agree with the Sandeep points that right now that we are most of the here we are using the gasoline like fuels of the petrols and diesel. Then that gasoline ICV cars are not developed now. That our development comes from the decades. So EV is just in comes into our mind, and the most of the people are there are some surety that you want. Like we have some range kind of the anxiety. What could be the range? They are claiming like 300 kilometers. What if it's 200 kilometers? There are charging infrastructure and battery performance degradation. These all are the things that comes in our mind first when we talk about the EV. But the R&D research and development team is working on it to develop it to we have the surety with the petrol and diesel vehicles. Like Sandeep is taking about that. Earlier we are seeing in the different perspective of the EV vehicles. Now day by day the things are increasing, and people are buying the electric vehicles more because they believe like in our automotive industry as of now.
Yes.
Yes. So right now, so in the current scenario, what is the source of that electricity which is getting used in the power stations?
It is the conventional energy only basically. If whatever you're getting from this thermal or you are getting from the hydro,
Hmm.
the regular electricity what you are getting.
Okay. Hydropower.
Yeah.
There are sources like solar power that we have mentioned. Wind power also we have for the as a renewable energy sources. There are some of the companies that they are working like Adani Renewable Energy, that are the one of the point if we're talking about the India about the renewable energy sources that they are working on it continuously. Then some fossil fuels that many power station that burn coal and oil for the natural gases. So these kind of the energies that are the source of the power station as of now.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, so thank you, sir. Anyone else who would like to ask anything regarding this topic? Okay. If there are no questions, okay, just one announcement for you all. We have shared a LinkedIn link for the where we have posted about this session. So I would request you all to go on that link and comment about the session, about how you find our session there on LinkedIn. So it will help us to, get more visibility, and also your comments will be there. It will help us, it will motivate us. And also, if anybody wants to leave any comment for us, for our improvement or anything, you can email us on our email ID, or you can even leave your comments here in our chat box if you want to. Yes. So we can move on to the next part of our discussion. So we would like to have some examples from your side. If you can give any examples of some, some great organizations which have taken an initiative on this to bring changes in the automotive industry. Any?
Yeah, if I talk about the Indian OEMs that are taken a lot of efforts to introduce the EV manufacturing, that is the first thing is in my mind is Tata Motors. That they have introduced several popular electric vehicles, including the Nexon EV, which is received around 3,500 orders per month and has the 75% of the market share, along with the different like Tata, like Tiago, Tigor, and these are the country's top selling EVs, I can say.
Okay. Sir, Sandeepkar sir and Tushar sir, if you are there,
Yeah,
can we get any success stories from your side if you can?
success story. As I previously also told you, but that the first thing I just want to be put one disclaimer here. We are taking the company name. That does not mean we are doing any kind of promotion. So please, we are taking as a reference only. Uh, yeah, of course, I'm talking about the Volkswagen. Volkswagen is doing the entirely EV plant. They doing the separate plant for the manufacturing the EV vehicles.
Mhm,
Obviously they take this, means their management is so serious on that, because they are understand the changes,
mhm,
the behavioral changes of the customer. They understand the investor mentality, they understand their own employees mentality. That's the reason they took that kind of decision. Entirely plant has been built by the Volkswagen for the EV vehicles.
mhm,
That is the one of the success story in my mind, actually, as I understood.
mhm,
We talks lots about basically EV. If you go our day-to-day home appliances, if you see the fridge, ACs, which are coming in under the five-star ratings,
Hmm.
which is also being the basically part of these things only, means whether it is getting the optimized energy is required to run these machines, to run these products, appliances.
Okay, okay. So, sir, so do you think that in future there will be no vehicle which will be running on oil or gas? Like, are we moving towards that future, or still there will be a combination, there will be hybrid of this?
Priya, in Indian market, obviously there will be combination there. 2030 they have the certain target. Then 2040, 2045 government will be take some sort target. If I'm talking about the Indian government,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm talking about the European continent, actually European continent they are keeping the very strictly kind of targeted by 2035. Not a single vehicle will be going to sell into fossil fuels. Vehicle will be going to run into road. Means
Okay.
they will not, means government is very strict on that, because they already put it into agreement also.
Acha,
So that's the reason. Yes, Indian market, the आसान शब्द में अगर बोलेंगे तो हम हर चीज के लिए तोल मोल के काम करते हैं। हर चीज के लिए हमारे लिए कॉस्ट एक बड़ा फैक्टर है,
mm-hmm.
बिकॉज यहाँ पे हम कॉस्ट हमारे लिए सबके लिए बड़ा प्रायोरिटीज होती है। ठीक
Okay.
है, so that's the reason, actually it will be take time, but I'm sure it will be come down.
Okay.
Definitely government also is taking the initiative.
So maybe in future in India also we can see that there will
Yes,
be,
yes, yes,
yeah.
of
Okay.
course, of course.
Okay. Great, great, sir. So
सर,
any,
और वन मोर क्वेश्चन सर। अभी जो ईवी का है ना सर, कार और टू व्हीलर का है, अभी कमर्शियल व्हीकल के कुछ आने का चांसेस है क्या सर? अपॉर्चुनिटी है इसमें, कमर्शियल व्हीकल एज आईसीवी, एलसीवी, एसयूवी व्हीकल and
Uh,
M&HGV?
See, companies are working for the commercial vehicle as well, but I can say about the Electra, if you have seen in the Pune, I have seen some electric buses from the Electra. So they are working on this public transport electric vehicles. And yes, in the future, the government is first taking initiative for the passenger vehicles and the two-wheelers. Then yes, we will move forward the commercial vehicles as well.
नो कमर्शियल के में टेनेज ज़्यादा रहता है सर, लोड ऐसा कैपेसिटी कर सकते हैं क्या सर?
Yes, yes, yes. Of course.
इलेक्ट्रिक बसेस तो अभी कॉमनली अवेलेबल है ही, लेकिन लॉन्ग रूट के लिए दिक्कत हो जाता है क्योंकि पावर स्टेशंस नहीं है ना। तो शॉर्ट रूट के लिए तो इसीलिए तो प्राइवेट कार्स ही अभी है, जहाँ पे इट इज इंटेंडेड कि पीपल विल ट्रैवल फॉर अ शॉर्ट डिस्टेंसेस राइट नाउ। दिक्कत तो अभी वही है ना, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स हम लोग इसलिए नहीं ले रहे हैं बिकॉज अगर मेरे को कोलकाता से पुणे जाना है देन आई कैन नॉट डिपेंड ऑन द ईवी कार्स, बट इफ आई हैव टू roam within my city then definitely electric car is good for me.
ओके सर।
वही है।
Yeah.
ना और
Very
एक
much
सर,
correct.
अभी बैटरी का बोल रहे, बैटरी का लाइफ कितना आता है सर कार के लिए? अभी मेजर चैलेंजेस बैटरी का आ रहा है सर ज़्यादा। अभी नया कार ले तो कितना तक लाइफ आएगा सर उसका बैटरी का?
So you want to know about the life of battery if you are buy a new car?
Life.
In general, if you maintain the battery, it will give you around 10 plus years of these things. But again, what the questions you are having, if you want to go it from Pune to Kolkata, there might be chances in future these instant charging stations will be there. Might be there might be the possibility you can change over the battery bank itself instead of charging it. So there are the possibilities. This engineering team is working on that one, and definitely this solution will come up in coming few years.
Okay,
yes, for two-wheelers, like I already mentioned, that two-wheelers, Europe has adopted this replaceable batteries charging stations. So in future might be there are some more charging stations like for the replaceable we can see in the India as well. If I talk about the lifespan of battery, that's depends on the person to person that how they maintain the charging practice and the regular maintenance also required. So yes, I agree with the Tushar sir range that he's mentioned. It depends on the regular maintenance of the charging practice, but yeah, I can see 8 to 13, 15 years you can maintain with the technology, like even longer lifespans as well.
Mr. Himanshu, what is the meaning of the replaceable battery? That means, as a owner of the car, I will have to carry two battery. If one battery is exhausted, then I will use the other one.
Yeah, no, yes. If we talk about just like most of the vehicles we have seen in India about the Ola two-wheelers. Okay, these are the two-wheelers. I can say they are leading the market as of now. So they can make a charging stations like the special is a dedicated battery slots for the dedicated charging stations. They have like S1 Pro. They have. Then we just need to replace the S1 Pro battery from the charging station that already charged, so that you can reduce your time and just put some give some cost of the charging station replaceable batteries. So these kind of the chargeable replacement I can assume.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
battery will be available in the power station itself.
Yes, that are already charged, so that you can save your time, just give some extra cost. That is, yeah, must.
Right. Sounds
Similar
viable,
to
but will be
similar to your
expensive.
gas cylinder,
Affordability
basically
will be a
domestic.
question.
Yeah.
Priya ma'am, I have one question for you.
Okay.
When I'm clicking on this the LinkedIn address, it is not opening actually directly. It is showing the no results found.
Achha. Okay. Let me check the link. We will share it again with you all. Okay.
Yeah, please check. Again, Mr. Tushar is opening. I do not know, but others are
Actually,
not
I got
opening.
4 5 requests. I got basically. Maiti is there. Might be. I got the 4 5 requests.
Okay. For
Okay,
other.
so okay, others are getting. Okay, so I do not. I am getting.
Are you
Okay, let me
able
check.
to see the other profiles? For which profile you are
Yeah,
getting difficulty?
I sent to Mr. Himanshu Jain already.
Okay.
Mr. Sandeep Kar and Tushar, Mr. Tushar Londe is not able to open the link. This is the problem.
I will share it. Yeah, you can just copy paste it somewhere else, and you can try opening it later. First,
Okay,
so
I'll try, ma'am.
yeah. Okay, or you can, if you need their contacts, you can email me on the Synergy Sphere email ID, and we will revert you accordingly.
Yeah. Please tell me your mail ID, ma'am.
Synergy.sphere@mitsd.com. This email ID is
Can you
there.
speak, please?
The, the email ID will be posted in the chat box. Just give me a.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it is already posted there. You all can check that email ID is there. If anybody wants to connect with us, you can email us on that email ID, as well as we have shared one NPS form with you. So we would like you all to give your ratings there. Just give me a minute.
So Priya ma'am, actually, I lost a little bit at the beginning
Mm.
of the sessions when
Yeah.
the panel members were giving their introductions,
Mm.
maybe due to the network glitches. So
Mm.
just wanted to clarify one thing, like, the panel members who are they the ex-students of MIIT,
No, no.
or
So
how?
they all are with us. They are currently enrolled in our PGDM program. Some of one of them is in our PGDM executive. So yes, they are current students
Oh,
enrolled with
great.
us. Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so we
This
are,
is a platform where we invite our own students to share
own
their
students
views. Yes,
who are
exactly.
currently pursuing.
Yes, they are currently pursuing. Some of them are recently passed out also. So we are like considering to take alumni also into the session.
Hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have
Great.
shared one Google form with all of our students, and on that we got replies from them, and we have selected out of that. Yes.
Oh, great. Thank
So
you.
thank you, sir. So we are at the end of the session now. I would like you all to, any of you, if you can summarize what are the points which we discussed here. If anybody is interested in doing that, give a little summary of the session. I think Mr. Saurav Sen would be great for it because he was active throughout the session.
No, I
Let's
was active. I was active, but this is really a very difficult questions because
okay.
so many things have been discussed.
True.
So
So
it's really tough.
whatever.
So definitely we started with the introductions of all the panel members. Then I
Mhm.
think Mr. Sandeep Kumar Kaur started, and he spoke about the importance why this green initiative is important at this current stage of our life. So many answers we got from the participants, greenhouse effect, pollutions, excessive pollution. So that's calls for the need of these green initiatives. Okay. Then we spoke about the solar energy, how it can be harnessed, how it can be used to harness the electricity. Then I asked few questions. I think this is what we remember. Then so many things came, like, what is the ROI of electric charging
Mm.
points? What is the in what kind of investment is required? So all those things were done.
Mm.
So I think, we have covered a lot of holistic things. People were really very interactive and people have asked their questions.
Mm.
सबसे बढ़िया अच्छा मुझे यही लगा कि, you made a point at the beginning of the sessions कि language should not be a barrier. So I'm really glad that people ask so many questions and they have used the questions. They have used the Hindi language for asking the question. So it is something which is also a bit of, melting point in the iceberg, because it helps to interact, much more deeply and much more freely. So I think overall it was a great sessions, quite informative. So thanks to all the panel members for this. This is what I could, gather. Maybe I have missed certain points. So other participants, please help me to regather or to recollect what more has been discussed. I'm sure I have missed a lot of things.
Yeah, sir. But thank you the way you have given the
Yeah.
summary. It summarized like
Yeah, because
many
it's a
points.
because
Yes.
it we started this at around 11, but this
Mhm.
actual discussion started from 11:30 and it's 12:40. So 1 hour 20 minutes. Human brain can only retain 10% of what has been discussed. So this is the 10% what I discussed, and I have missed out 90%. So other 90%. So if we can get in bits and pieces from whatever
Yeah.
retentions other people have done, then it will make near to 80% or 85%.
True, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your feedback as well with your summarization. So yeah, it was good to hear from you. And yeah, anyone else who would like to add to this? I think Mr. Ganesh was also there. He initiated one really interesting topic that what are the entrepreneurial opportunities for us here in this sector. So yes, that was also a good point which we discussed today. And other than that, we also talked about EV and government policies. What are the future plans the world is moving towards, and is our India's contribution to it, and how India is planning to move towards sustainability in that sector, isn't it? Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Ganesh, was
yeah, Priya, ma'am. Really, I mean, I'm feeling so proud to join MIT that such knowledgeable young boys are there. I mean, they are in their fields, having good experience, and they're working in good organizations. They're having a good subject knowledge. So, I mean, this is not a single session. We have to conduct such sessions another, say, after 6 months to get the progress on it, because it's a progressing matter. It's not a one time matter and a one time story. So we should be upgraded on this particular point. So it's really a great honor to get connected with these people. I have sent already the request to them on LinkedIn, so I'll be get in touch with them. So this is a very interesting topic for me also.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, sir.
Uh,
This was a great feedback. Yes, sir.
Priya ma'am, if you kindly allow me to ask one question which is not at all related to the topic that we have discussed here, then I will
Yeah,
be
sir.
pleased if you allow me.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay,
It's
so as this is a forum wherein we have got the senior students or maybe some of the alumni who have recently passed out from these organizations of MIIT, I'm asking this out of curiosity because I'm a new student, just took the admissions to last month in the month of April. Okay, induction has not yet happened. Okay, so I'm into that kind of stage. So
Acha.
my question is, to the senior students, to the senior people who have passed out or who is in the final semesters or maybe last two final semesters. Okay, what is the mantra to pass from MIIT? How much time do we need to invest in studies? Because I have gone through some of the subjects and I have looked into the practice questions papers because these are all the MCQs. Now these MCQs are really dangerous because I don't know from which line from page number 79 out of a book of 400 pages that particular statement has been picked up, and I will left with only two options, true or false. So those are really very dangerous and difficult questions. What is the way out to what is the way out of that?
Okay, Saurabh, answer to your question. Actually, I'm taking it forward. Actually,
Yes, yes, yes.
uh, just 1 second, just reframing about my background. I have total around 17 years of experience. Okay,
Hmm.
and I joined the MIT through my HR only because I was part of some means I was the employee of the year, so that's the reason they are putting me that kind of course because global supply chain specialization they are asking me because I'm working with a US MNCs. Okay, my I already completed first semester. Now project has been completed. It means I'm in a completion stage. Second semester will be happening. I think so in August. For me, to be very honestly, I'm talking because I'm very much busy because of the I'm maintaining the 2 3 time zone because I'm maintaining the
Yeah.
time zone
Hmm.
as well as US time zone, and my boss also he's handling the three zone of the time, means he's handling the APAC region, means he's handling the India, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan. Okay, so
Hmm.
certain things I'm getting from him. So for me, to be very honestly speaking, don't miss any class. First things, don't miss any lecture whatever the virtual classes is happening. And secondly, actively participate during the class. Whatever the question has been come out to your mouth, might be it's not be, it's maybe sometimes you will feel that it is not might be related, but my experience I'm sharing, the teachers, the faculties are very much give you that kind of comfort zone to ask you anything kind of questions. They really love to answer each and everybody's questions. So that is the main thing which I followed. I don't miss a single class, and obviously the keep on repeating whatever the queries has been coming in my mind through they have the e-library kind of portal. You can raise your tickets. You can reach any faculty member any point of time. They are so flexible. They have the proper pro systems. And if you are logging through the LMS, you will be getting the each and every chapter summarized PPT as well as video. So if you are refer these three things, I don't think so. You need to be uh, worried about your course.
So you have just finished the first semester. So what has
I
helped?
just
Only the gist of that, for every subject there is a PPT which has given the gist. So that has helped you because I might miss some of the classes because we are all the professionals, so quite busy, hectic job.
yes, but there is a videography is there. Each and every class is having the live video is there. Each and every class is having the separate kind of topic. Means each and every session having the separate PDF. Each and every session have the separate videography also. You can simply go through on that. You need to be spend the time on that. I think so. It will be give you the lot of support to complete your courses. And apart from this, any support, if you are feel that any point of time, they are very easily available, easily accessible. You just need to follow their process. They are simply having the URL ID. I think so. They already share with you. They're the e-library portal. Through that portal, you raise your tickets. Immediately, you will be getting the call back. Immediately means you will be getting the within 10 minutes the call back from their team. That kind of approach they have, which I have experienced.
Thanks, Sandeep.
Thank
So
you, Sandeep.
do we have anybody here who is doing the post graduation PGDM in human resources?
Okay. So there must be some students, but
Multiple learners are there. So this
yes.
platform is something from variety of programs, variety of specializations. The learners are joined here. And I would like to specifically thank you, Saurav, for asking these questions, and definitely to Sandeep sir for addressing these questions.
Ma'am,
This is something we do, we do expect that whatever services we are providing. So this is Professor Bhagyashree, an academic in charge, and I can see the way our services are expanding, they are expanding to amongst the learners and how they are accepting everything. So thank you so much, Sandeep sir, and thank you, Saurav, for asking this question.
Thank you.
I love to hear from you, ma'am Sandeep only. Don't call me sir. It's very awkward kind of situation for me. So really, thank you so much to all the faculty member, all the because it is very
Our pleasure, sir.
great experience for me to be honestly speaking.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, sir. We wouldn't have explained this answer, better than you. So it was really a great explanation which you gave. So truly, truly valuable for us. Thank you, sir. And yes, to add to it, I would just tell you that we have recorded classes also available on your LMS. So if Saurabh, if you miss any class by chance, you can also go through the recordings, so it will help you to catch up in the next session. So
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Actually, I'm eagerly waiting for the classes to start, which has not started yet. So I have already gone through few classes, recorded classes. So
Okay, thank you. And thank you, Bhagyashree ma'am, to be like here now and joining this session here with us. So yes, it was good interacting with you all here today on this platform, and really great questions from Mr. Saurabh Sen and Mr. Ganesh and many other participants here. So thank you all our panel members, first of all, for volunteering and then staying in touch with me. We had multiple discussions, bearing me for those things. So thank you so much. And also it was great to get your insights on our topic today, because it has really helped us to understand, what is the importance of it and how the automotive industry is planning to move towards sustainability and the challenges to know. And the way you have explained all the answers, your knowledge and insights has really added to this session. And a special thanks to Mr. Saurav Sen here. So because of your active participation here, we will be also sharing one certificate with you. So I would just like to, present the certificates as a token of gratitude to our panel members here. Just give me a minute. Stay online, please. And till then, if anybody has any question, you can definitely go ahead and ask.
Maybe just I would like to mention here that I have pasted the link of our today's Synergy Sphere post in the chat box. I
suggest and I request all the learners, including today's speakers, to do mention your experience about this station in our LinkedIn page as well.
Yes, yes. We have shared the link with you all. So please do that. Meanwhile, I will be presenting here. Give me a minute. So I think my PPT is quite clear to you all. Is it clear? Hello. Okay. So yes, this is just for you all. Thank you for your contribution, and we would like to present a certificate to all our panel members. Thank you. Can we have a round of applause for them? Yes. Thank you for this, and to all our speakers, panel members, and Mr. Saurav Sen, I have not forgotten you. You will be also getting one for your great contribution here.
Thank you so much. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. This is not something I have expected. So you made my afternoon.
Yeah, it was good to get your contribution also. So
Yeah.
that's why you have made this session. So yeah,
Thank you
definitely
so much.
deserve it.
Yes,
Okay, so thank you so much, all our panel members and all our students to be here with us. And I hope that I will be able to see you in our next session as well. Soon we will be planning on the next session. And yeah, we will be intimating you on your email IDs and your Telegram channel about our coming sessions. And please stay in touch with us. Keep checking your mails because we do share some Google Forms to get your inputs for our session. So I would like to get your inputs there. And yeah, thank you all. And you can definitely leave a comment on our LinkedIn as well as on our email ID. We would like to stay in touch with you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
all.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
all the
Bye.
participants.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.